there's some level of that output there because we train people to manage self against others. You know what I mean? Meaning in a work environment, for instance.
Yeah, to keep harmony.
You get. I mean, there's formulas and knowledge that's there that sort of helps for people to.
Yeah.
You know, you just put it up there. You know?
And it's like, So how do you go on with that, knowing what you know? Or how do you go on with your line of work? You know,
knowing what?
That static formula and knowing what you know. I'm sure it has some advantage, but don't you feel limited when you're trying to follow the pattern of explaining the formulas?
So funny enough, I don't know how to explain this. And perhaps you would, this is the fundamental question for me, right? What I'm doing now has always been there in the backdrop saying, you know, I would like to help in this way, given the knowledge that I had acquired through my career or professional life, right? And then you then start seeing, if I put this and that together, it will give you this output, you know, knowledge, But I didn't have the output. I had the concepts, but I didn't know how to put it together.
It was conceptual, not
correct.
actual. Yeah.
Correct. So then the journey began.
I'm glad you found a new breath in this. Then
you know,
it's good.
So then the journey. So it actually, my self-realization came from that concept, to be honest. If I think about it, because marriage was another, you know, that came by. But that, then so many things were born from there. So in what you are asking, seeing everything play out and with the understanding, I'm a little bit removed from contact, you know. So I have facilitators who then would go and facilitate programs, and that's these are the guys who then put knowledge up and say,
they're very clever guys.
You get right?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I've got a classic case of an organization that is got so much chaos in terms of human relationships, you know, from the top up to there. So then you start fixing a little bit of relationships, and people are reflecting. So, okay, is that how I make you feel? You know. So that's what, you know, the facilitators would do, and then I would sort of come in through this, you know, process.
Yeah.
Just observe. So it's very interesting to observe.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Even the facilitators, I mean, they become a bit shaky, and then they come and it's like, and then, you know, they find you, and then they continue. If you know what I mean, you become an anchor in a whole lot of environments and situations.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And now that realization then is comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it's you see, I think now that's where you see the possibility that you're feeling it. It's really possible because of, you know, how you can see it play out in your daily life, in your workplace, and because I feel, for me, if you are really serious about this, right, it should have a ripple effect that we probably never experienced in the whole history of humanity.
That's what I'm
saying. But you just gotta be very careful in how you're putting this, because I think a lot of people tried it, but before they realized it, they just repeated the old one way or another. So I'm very, very careful. That's why one part of the discussion I wanted to have in private is what I'm attempting to do. I sort of have a plan those formulas you're talking about. I'll do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Yeah.
Money-wise, okay, I'll do this. Where I'm stuck, I'll do this.
Yeah.
So that seems fun. But
okay.
in the doing of it, I see the danger of how easily I can now, I would follow the program, the plan.
Correct.
And then before I realize it's a structure, an organized structure.
Correct.
That is powerful for anyone to take it down. It has a life on its own.
Correct.
And that's the danger. So how do we go on about it? If let's say we were 10 of us, and each of us can, basically the job of those 10 people would be to keep each other in check at all times. Yeah, to remove the structure, the rough of the structure all the time. Yeah. When you see authority, you quickly bash it down. When you see conditioning, you quickly put it out with no fear of being misunderstood or,
Right?
Yeah. So you start from that table, then sprays out
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that experientially in what I've created, the creation, the concept, you know what I mean? And in seeing the danger of it, I've given an ultimatum to my team to saying I'm here for 5 years, and then from there you're on your own.
Yeah,
they don't understand, but I mean it. That as soon as the concept is solid, because at the moment it's it's like it's solid.
Yeah.
It's you're seeing the impact that we are talking about, if you know what I mean, of this change. In at contact level. Okay. So can I step out of that and then let it just do I can do other things.
Yeah.
And because you are right. The
If you
danger
can't step out
of this
of it,
continuity
it's
can
dangerous,
be
it's you are you're no alien. That thing can really put you in that hole, falling back in the trap. You have to find a way to be out of it before it gets to that level.
So what is before?
You would know. I don't know. Personally, I haven't figured out the exact moment in time where I have to. But since you're trying to, I guess, impact on a level that you might, not just from physical level, then you can't be attached to this physical structure or concept for too long. You could, but if you're not finding someone else who is also doing that, then what's the point? What happens when you're no longer there? Does the whole thing collapse?
No, they're going to collapse. It's not dependent, and I'm careful with that. That's why I'm sort of advocating it now.
Yeah.
I may be longer, but I'm saying.
Yeah. You could make it. You can go 10 years or 20. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's very important to find
an exit.
Yeah, an exit.
Yeah. And I've drawn that maximum 10 years. I said.
Yeah. I think we can do a lot in 10 years, even 1 year.
No, already there's there's a direction that is sort of taking what you were talking about. That impact.
Yeah.
So it's starting to just organically just do that.
That's perfect, man. I'm glad to hear that. It's sometimes it's not easy. There's a doubt that creeps in.
Yeah.
Because you say, okay, is this being understood by anyone else, or am I talking to myself? And by the way, even if it's understood, can it be used practically? In practical experiences, not just let's not be good philosophers. Can it actually be used in real life conditions? So it's good to hear that kind of feedback. Someone at least attempting and who can see that there's something
experientially. You see, and that's hence that question. What is our connection to creation at a granular level? If we can look at that and then mirror it, so that perhaps there can be some clarity. That any lay person can.
We're good to go.
Sure, we've been rolling for the last 10 minutes.
We don't have to.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I think you know the drill. We don't have to go in the formalities of it.
Right.
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, so now I've lost.
Yeah, nowadays we've got eyes on us now. It becomes tricky.
It becomes a bit tricky.
Yeah, but the trick. Okay, which direction do you want this to take?
The question. I've given. Obviously, there isn't any specific direction that one dictates, as it were. It's just, as I said, my wish is for us to just mirror my beginning. I mentioned that in those sessions there's been a shift, meaning I've gotten to understand quite a lot, right? And in moving further and further, and I've referred to the canvas, as it were, to say, now I can see the corners and so on and so forth. There are a few examples that we explored, right? Experientially, in terms of relating to, maybe I can use an example that we that resonated in the question. What is our connection to creation, right? And in the example that you gave, there was, I think you referred to the artist, right? And the artist, I was asking, what is the relationship to the artist to creation? You said no, the artist is creation, right? And that resonated, and I could tie it to my questioning at the time, right? It made sense, right? And I further asked, so what is creation, right? And in my questioning, what is creation? I was trying to segment the bad out of creation, if you know what I mean.
Okay. You're trying to take out whatever that is not creation, to put it like that.
Right? So, now let's go back to the example of the artist. If the artist is creation, right? Is my understanding right that the artist then has two outputs, okay? The creative output and then the neurotic output. And all of them are part of the whole, isn't it?
Well,
the artist is creation.
Okay, so what is an artist?
Right.
What is an artist? What is it to be an artist? What makes a human being an artist?
So, from the understanding that I had in the reference to an artist, then I'll fetch from experience, right? We have a lot of artists, right?
Nowadays, everyone actually is an artist.
You get it?
They don't paint anymore. Just come because
right?
of it, yeah.
Right. So, but there is beauty that comes out of every one of those artists, right? And then there's also the other side that comes out of the artist. and sometimes knowingly or unknowingly, the two outputs are just, just, right? And you will find a refined artist, perhaps they are more creative than neurotic, and vice versa. So all of these outputs are from creation, which is the artist, you said, isn't it? So what is the artist's connection to creation? Because creation is art, isn't it? Huh?
It's a natural, continuous art,
right?
Yeah,
it's art in motion.
So, okay, let's come back to this artist. What is it to be an artist? Is it doing certain things that makes you an artist? As in painting, drawing, dancing. Does then that make the scientist not an artist?
Right.
Because he's also doing some
and
sort of dance.
It's refined, right?
So I found it very hard to see an artistic mind and a scientific mind or a religious mind.
Right.
Yet those are fragments of the one and the same thing, it seems.
Right.
Which is creation. The one and the same thing I'm talking about is creation. So, I think before we jump into the detail of creation, I think it would be fair to talk about what is not that. And, as we were talking, something came to my mind. I think we should talk about authority. Referring back to what you're trying to do there and the importance of actually at some point stepping away.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
It's very important.
And you have to be sure about the stepping away.
Yeah.
And
you better not step away if you've left some sort of authority in
you get it.
Otherwise, you never stepped away.
It's true. True.
First of all, why do we accept authority in this whole life? Why do we accept such thing?
It's because we're lost, isn't it? Because I mean, in the example of being in the jungle where there's never been a path, for instance, right? You often, if you want to go anywhere, you will be lost, and I think that's really, unfortunately, the perpetual state of being for humans. Lost, and in the lostness, you never, reverse back. You always would want somebody to,
show you direction.
Yeah, somebody must know that's how to get to the other side. You know what I mean? But again, when you walk the journey, you would realize no one is going to show you the way. You know what I mean? Because you would then get to the end where there is no path anymore, and you still then what, right? So I think we're just scared of being lost.
We want to delegate our responsibility
to someone, yeah.
And now, why does someone else accept authority?
Because they're also lost.
Yeah, it's the same principle.
It's true. Principle. I mean, yeah.
So, with accepting authority gives you a bit of how should I put it? Gives you an illusion of control, so you are less lost.
Yes, perhaps it anchors you a little bit, and then you can have a reference point, if you know what I mean, and that reference point then becomes and yeah, huh?
Because for me, I reject all authority, starting with myself.
I think we spoke about that in the beginning, and I think it comes out quite clear, right?
If you don't reject authority, there's no way you can see through anything at all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't reject, and by authority I mean your so-called values, your understanding, your hopes and fears, because those are authority. I mean, if your fear of snakes, that's some serious authority. You won't even doubt it when the snake is there. You have to fly. You have to run away.
It's true.
So I get the importance of authority relatively. I get it. It gives us structures and all that.
Yeah.
Fine, I get it. But ultimately, I'm completely against authority. Because, you see, with authority, for instance, let's say the two of us talking here. There's no way we can come across that which we're talking about, creation, if we have some sort of authority.
Isn't it?
The beliefs, the idea that
it's true.
Someone could know more or less than you,
right,
is a wall. There's no possible communication between two people,
right?
So I think our starting with coming across that thing of creation is let's state the fact that we do not know,
right?
Yeah. Let's explore. And if by the end of the discussion we still don't know, that's perfectly fine.
Right?
Yeah, we're not trying to reach a certain goal, a certain fixed thing as if creation is fixed.
No. Just mirror a right?
So I wish I could be an artist in the definition of artist. I can't do anything artistic the way we define it, as in drawing. I can literally, even if you give me $1 million right now to draw a human being, I wouldn't be able to get that money. I can't play any instrument. I used to play, in French we call it flute. It's that thing, it has, you put it on the mouth and then flute in English maybe, I don't know.
I
played it in high school, but it was mostly there in the DRC, we have about 15 to 16 subjects. You don't choose.
Jeez.
You have to do all of them. So from the math all the way to the music, you have to do all of that. So and you can
throughout the grades or just
throughout the grade. Starting primary until matric. So for me, that was a pain to do that because I wasn't really comfortable. I don't know it. I don't like it that much. I like seeing people do it, but when I try to replicate it, I don't have that much.
Right.
So I remember once we had because you can actually fail a class. I failed to move from grade 10 to grade 11 because of music, which it happened to me once in grade 7. So they asked us to compose any sort of music we like and can't play it with the flute. I tried my best.
How much time did you have?
To give you what you do, it's like a subject, so you do it throughout the year. Then at the end of the year, you have to do an exam. So there's another friend of mine who was also struggling with that. So I think what we came forward with was we're just going to make it up, You just come and play some random notes, and then that's it. So, but we never figured, we're in grade 7, we never figured that the guy actually is a little bit more clever than we are. So when we played the random note, and then he was like, what is this? Which song is it? Like, no, it's some folkloric song. And then he was like, play it again. That's it. We got caught. So I wish I could really use my hands or voice to do something like that. But
in an artistic way.
Because it's beautiful. It gives meaning to life, really. I mean, look, there's some sort of art in this. Designing these and even the interior design stuff. So I think it's beautiful.
It is.
It is. I think the reason why we think that people could have an artistic mind is for that. Those very different aptitudes of different people.
So, yeah, but can you not have that in one? I mean,
so you see, an artist.
do
Okay,
you know what I mean? Because if creation is art, can you, in the example that you're saying, the artist, no, the artist is creation.
Mm-hmm.
So then his output should be artistic.
Yeah.
Like,
so, see, when I said artist is creation, the outputs of the artist, the man who's doing something that we call art, is not. Okay, let me try to reformulate it. Okay, what is it to create? Because creation means create something, right?
Yeah, there's an output of something, isn't it?
Yeah,
of
so
a movement.
When is it that man ever creates something? Or is is man creating, or man is always recreating, modifying?
What is there? Right? But now, the question is, if man is modifying what is there, and then man is in the artist, is creation, is part of the, why is the output or the outcomes not desirable? You get it?
As in, why are we creating something?
Yeah, it's like
that seems to be problematic.
Yeah, I mean, you see?
Yeah, but
because art in the scientist, you can see the output there. I mean, we can land a man on the moon and all these type of things that we can
also bury many with an atomic bomb.
Exactly. You see, now that's art in what you are saying, isn't it? And it doesn't end there. There are different other, So if planning how to kill men better is art, that's where I'm asking the question: what is our connection to creation?
I would think I don't know, it might sound a little bit harsh, but I would say we have no connection
at all
with creation at all.
Why does it sound right?
If that's what we're doing, playing around the way we're playing, I should think we have no direct contact with that creation.
But you get the question.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
you see, so many people. By the way, this is something that I have a very hard time explaining people, or even at least come to a common ground. You see, we believe that inventing something is creating it.
Okay.
I don't see any creation in invention.
No.
It's because of our lack of knowledge, complete knowledge.
Correct.
Because knowledge can never be complete. That we have the feeling or the illusion that we've created something. But should we look at the entirety of knowledge, if that could be possible? There's no. You see, in the bird, in the looking at the bird, there's already the plane in that very looking.
Okay.
But it would take us hundreds of years to come up with an airplane. You see, in us creating a shoe, implying that shoe was a skateboard or a roller, how do you call these shoes with wheels? How do you call them?
Yeah, roller skates.
Yeah. But we were just not, at that point in time, it was. But in anything that man, I guess, creates or invents, the entirety of what could be created through that understanding, through that knowledge, is already there. It's only a matter of time.
All right.
So we call it creation because, we still haven't done it, but it's the possibility of it, the probability of it is already established in there.
In the bigger schemes.
I think quantum scientists are kind of pointing to that when they say that, it's a wave sort of form, reality, some sort of wave. What we're looking at is the so-called particles, but the probabilistic wave already includes all the possible particles that could arise. I don't know if I'm framing it possible. And I guess the religious people are also saying the same, saying there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
So we have no touch whatsoever with creation.
Can that not be exposed then? Because
see, exposing that is the most creative act you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you see,
then
creation could be. I'm not saying it should.
Right.
Exposing the fake.
Yes. Right.
The other naturally should
just
come out of that. Yeah. But you see, you can't expose the fake because you take the fake for what is.
Yeah.
So there's a modification of the fake at all times.
So attachment to the fake is also an issue, I guess, in a sense that you can't see the other if you are attached to the fake, isn't it?
Can we perhaps look at that attachment? Why do we attach ourselves, and also what is it that is attaching itself to anything at all? Because I think that's the tricky part,
isn't it?
Yeah. You could say, well, fine. I see that attachment is really bad because it blinds me.
Yeah.
But you just can't stop it. I mean, how do you go on about it? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, people will kill for that.
They will kill for that.
That's
yeah.
And I think, yeah.
I mean, someone telling you why you attached to your kid. What are you talking about? Yeah.
It's. I mean, you see people get very aggressive, and are we aware of that attachment? And maybe before you can,
very few are, but even the ones that are aware, they just can't do anything about it. Yeah. What's the step forward?
Yeah.
That's
but if what if we knew, meaning the understanding that this is fake, right? Meaning, because the fake feels like you are hanging on to ashes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you are attached to ashes. It's like knowledge that's past. Experience that's past.
You're constantly putting the ashes together.
Correct. Right. I don't remember where I was going with that. So, you're constantly putting the ashes together. You want to,
so that it can hold.
You get what I mean?
But it never can.
It never can, right? So how do you tell someone who's doing, because I'll be defensive.
Mm-hmm.
With my ashes. These are my ashes.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you how they became ashes.
Yeah.
So you can't can't tell me to let go of my ashes.
I mean, we have people that have bases of their loved ones in ashes in their household for years.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
That just shows how hard it is to detach.
To detach.
Someone dies, put him in a vase and keep him right there.
Mm.
So we do that physically, but also psychologically. Yeah.
So I guess that's really the big question. in what we need to expose, as it were, or look at, because I don't think we know what we are doing.
No, no, I don't think so too. If we knew, we would be running around in fear.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think if you knew what's really happening, the seriousness of it, the ones that have weak hearts would have heart attacks. The ones that it would just be complete chaos, which is where authority plays a role now,
isn't it?
In maintaining
order.
The so-called order. Should there not be that order, it's a complete chaos. Yeah. People now, because you see, we are repressing everything about us, our anger, our pleasure seeking, our pain, our fears, constantly keeping it in check. And thank God there's the police also that is there to keep it in check. Which is a lie, by the way. The police never checks anything.
No.
Yeah, they do more crime than any other criminal. So it would be a complete disaster if done incorrectly. If done with the same, the same lack of creativeness, it would be a complete disaster. Yeah. But if done differently, if done naturally, which is creatively, there will be order, sequential order. Yeah. So I think what's important is to really expose the fake. I was actually thinking about it when I was on my way here. See, there's this guy that I work with, and it happens that he's on top of me. He's the boss. I find it amazing how we are always clashing. How there's always some sort of dispute.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
I have my suspicion. I could try to dissect it. Hopefully he never sees this thing.
Don't bet on it.
Yeah, but at least he's got a good
he'll
heart.
call you to the office. It's like, hey.
No, he's got a good heart. But you see, that's the necessity of creation. Truth, you can't hide truth.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
If something is true, it's true.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So my concern is, why is there such a clash in our communication? Because at times you will find that actually you are speaking the same language. You know exactly. Actually, you have the same conclusions.
Yes.
But the conveying of that same conclusion, there's somewhat a gap in between. Yeah. So which means in the communication, there's some sort of gap. What is it that gets into that gap?
Yeah.
It must be our personal stuff. It must be our thoughts. So you cannot communicate your idea properly. There's a lot that could go in. Of course, there's the recognition of authority already, both from my side and his side. Me knowing he's in terms of work, he's there. Him knowing in terms of work, he's there.
Yeah.
So that gap is where probably I'm trying to find a better way of putting it to him so that it doesn't probably offend or whatever. and probably his side is doing, in that small gap, finding a way that I can maintain authority.
Yes.
Therefore, we are wasting a lot of our energy into rubbish, really.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So there's going to be a lot of... we're creating different steps of communication that are necessary.
Right?
Yeah. As opposed to me coming and say, well, this is a microphone. I said, this is a microphone. Now, if I have to think of how I have to tell you it's a microphone, I should not do it like this. It
becomes layers, yeah.
So, already, see, that's the problem we have. That gap that is always put in between people and in myself by thinking, by holding on to what's gone. Because what's the importance of holding on to the ashes of your authority? Well, you are inferior to him in this specific environment, but why do you give it so much importance? Which means what? There's a fear of probably you've had a clash with him before. There's a fear of the repetition of it.
Yes.
But by the very fact of you trying to avoid the previous clash, you are brewing the new clash.
Isn't it?
Without knowing.
Yes, because you act from there.
Yeah.
And then, so is that then our disconnection?
That's our disconnection with creation. Yeah. We're holding on to other things that we're completely blind to. So when I had the argument with him, I was at Checkers. I was trying to buy soap. Right? So, I'm thinking about numbers. Numbers, I'm like, how come? Because of course, a small mistake costs a lot of money, a whole lot of money. So I'm thinking, and by the time I'm just walking around in the aisle there, I could not see the soap for almost 5 minutes.
Right.
Because I'm doing two things at the same time.
Right.
The old is right there in front of me, so I can't see obviously
Of course, it's always
new, the creation that is there. I had to call her later. She's like, "Why the goddamn soap?
Isn't it?
Why the goddamn soap?"
And now you are acting from that lostness, and you're probably behailing insults and whatnot.
Yeah. She was right there in front of me.
Yeah.
So
and
then, so then in that which made me laugh actually. I thought,
it's true.
Is very strange. So then in that sense, creation is only present through attention.
Right? So in the pause and laughing at yourself, you were then back to connection.
Yeah,
that's when the comicness of it comes in. Yeah,
the dying to what has become memory. I mean, the argument is long gone.
Right. So you've walked the walk in terms of seeing that, right? But you bump into it like on a daily basis. It's
if not minutes basis.
It's like it's very I mean. Right.
So learning then has no stop.
Right.
It's like the way you're using that example, right? Or maybe let's use something else. See this thing here. Okay, let's say this is all. But see the material of it and all that. Let's say in a few seconds you'll go and hold it or touch it. Now, do you notice that there's an expectation of how it should feel according to the material here?
Correct. Yeah. Because it's not alive, first of all.
Yeah, it's not alive. And you probably have a similar material that you've touched in your previous experiences.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of an expectation. The expectation is the old.
Ah. Okay. You are...
Now go ahead and touch it.
Yeah.
Now. So you see, learning is the capacity to be sensitive to how your intended result is not met.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So if you had the impression that it should be soft
and then
it's not,
then you revolt against it.
Yeah. So the learning is to being sensitive to how different your expectations are. Yeah.
And then that happens in every contact.
Yeah.
Right?
Which
like in the example of
exactly,
of the boss.
Yeah.
You know?
So to be sensitive, attentive to the clash of the old and the new.
So if for instance, I mean, let's give an example in where you are at now. Like, I hope he doesn't watch.
No. He's a good man. He's just terrible at communicating.
Right. I can't remember where I was going to go with the question, but in the instance of your contact, right? You are able to then step out of thinking, right, and see things as they are, right, and then he's not able to do that.
No, by the time probably he was mooring me in his thinking then,
right?
Yeah, probably.
So I mean, he pressed volume, he presses pedals, and then right, but on your side, you are able to sort of step out and then see the comicness of the whole play, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? That's really learning, meaning obviously he's not changing, but you're also not changing because you're firm in terms of your understanding, isn't it? You keep, discarding knowledge or discarding and understand, and I mean seeing things as they are.
Yeah.
But he's got no gap of that seeing. It's perpetually in the thinking process, isn't it?
And I'm not the only one he is fighting with. I mean, as a serious businessman as he is, I'm not the only one. It's a whole lot of them. So he might not be stuck with me at that moment, but he's jumping to the other guy.
Correct.
Yeah, and jumping to his personal life.
So where's the learning?
I don't see any learning in that jumping. That's why I will fight forever. I don't see any learning. Yeah.
But now, I mean, it can creation dissolve the other?
Automatically, yeah.
So in this example, why not? Because
so for me, should I have that? Which is very hard to have that moment in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But after that realization, the seeing of how stupid I am, basically, in terms that overtaken by the past so much that I can't even see a soap. It shows your stupidity, and the stupidity vanishes.
Then you laugh at it.
Yeah, you laugh at it. You see it. So perhaps next time, as I'm approaching him, I will listen more careful.
Right.
Perhaps I will listen to his either misunderstanding in terms of the job, where we have the disagreement. Then I can say, no, you think that way because of this
Isn't
way.
it?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I would read through his miscommunication.
Yeah.
And he would do the same if he just took the time to listen.
But that's compassion, isn't it?
That's love. That's compassion. You care about this once. What are you saying?
Yeah. Yes, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a problem at hand. We share one problem. We do not understand.
Yes.
So
but we're approaching it from
as if we're different things fighting different things.
Right.
And it's true, we are fighting different things.
Yeah.
Because when you tell me, this is what you always do. There's a whole history behind this is what you do.
It's true.
So then we can say creation, the only contact, if we can call it contact, that a man can have with creation is through attention.
Right.
Which is compassion.
Right.
Which is love.
Right.
Which is listening.
Right.
Watching.
Right.
Anything.
But that's easy, isn't it?
It sounds easy. Until it's not.
Right.
I mean, why is it so hard for people to understand each other if it's that easy?
We need to look at it because I mean, what you are mentioning is these are obvious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't need money for it, right?
The obvious stuff, but people don't like the obvious. I guess a few days ago. I was also with a couple of guys.
Yeah.
We're talking about how similar or different we are. And there's one relative of mine. He tells me that, yes, fine, I get it on a fundamental level we're the same, but people are different. The white people are different in this sense.
Yeah.
He talks about my tribe, we are different in this sense, and I'm like, okay, but then why do you want to be so unique in that sense? I never told him that, but I was thinking, why? What's this urge of being different? Why do we want to focus on the superficiality of things if obviously the essence is the same?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be so different?
Perhaps it's that attachment we're talking about, isn't it? Because what you know, and you stick to that. This is I've cared for for this for so many years, and then this is all I know. So if you want me to discard, because that's what you are saying, right? Right.
So they call the opposite of love. You see, like you love your wife. Is the definition of love is basically to be attached. I think about you all the time.
And I must show you my actions.
Yeah, I think about you all the time, which means I love you.
Yeah.
I'm jealous, therefore I love you.
But it's not, you say.
It's not.
Right?
It's not.
But how can we see
cruel,
that?
But it's not.
How can we see that? That it's
I think
not.
Maybe see the implications of that kind of life. How conflicting it is to have that attitude towards someone.
But we don't see it. I mean, we actually take pride in that attachment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right? And we build, armaments and everything around the attachment. Like, this is, it gives
I'm
me...
attached to my religion, therefore I can kill. It's explained, it's...
You get
I have to protect this religion. Or I have to protect this child.
You get it.
So, that's where that's where the hopelessness creeps in. Even though we've seen the possibility. I'll tell you why I think it's possible. And why probably it is. We should get there once, to reach harmony.
Right?
Yeah, but let me talk about the hopelessness of it first.
Hopelessness of harmony.
Yeah. The hopelessness of us ever getting to harmony.
Please tell me.
So why? Let's say you see this.
Yeah.
You say that it's obvious. It's fairly obvious to see that.
Obvious. It's very obvious.
Yeah, that thinking is fuel for conflict, and we've given thinking the most importance.
Yeah.
It's obvious that is that way, right?
Yeah.
But we do it still.
Meaning we are comfortable with the outcomes, the results.
Yeah.
It's like we used to.
We may talk, we may complain, world peace or whatever, even just family peace.
Yeah.
But we are doing everything against, and it's obvious that we are doing everything against it. So, hence the paradise, or the nothingness, the disappearance of everything. So it's fine. Let me just, in 400 years it will change.
Yeah.
But in 400 years I'm sharpening my conflict.
We are so,
So that's any serious man who says this should feel hopeless.
Right?
Yeah.
But
and there seems to be no feeling of urgency, of change. The status quo is very fine, if I have my job.
Hence my question, what is our connection? Because if we can, leave the bigger happenings and then just throw it minutely to, where it matters most, because there is a connectedness, obviously. Right?
If you figure the minutes, you figure the whole.
You get it?
Yeah, don't look too far.
You see?
Yeah.
But what is stopping us from...
Thoughts.
But can we not see that, though? What's stopping us from seeing the futility of that part? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, we've been, for millennia of years, producing what we've been producing, years.
First, do you think people really think that this is bad? What's going on needs change? Do you really think people...
Hence, I'm saying that now, I mean, the fact, or having experienced or having seen, you see the possibility. And then you ask the same question, what can we put water there so that what is missing,
Because I suspect people don't see the urgency of it, or even the bad of it. They only see it when it hits closer to home from time to time. Yeah.
But no. But I mean, on a moment to moment, you are really burning, isn't it?
But you cover it up with some sort of escape, some sort of pleasure.
And that's really what we do.
I mean, now we have phones, we have pleasure, constant pleasure at the tip of your finger.
Right?
Yeah, if you feel bad, go see. If you are poor, at least hope about the Ferraris in the phone,
Right?
It gives you time.
It might be, then...
If let's say you put people in this room with no distraction, no entertainment, what would they do? Some of them would go mad.
Right?
Yeah.
But you are saying there's a possibility that they may not go mad.
I think they actually need to go mad for them to actually come back to their senses. I don't know if I can put it like that. Yeah, you need what you call sane is insane. You really feel like it's okay to have a nationality. It's insane.
Right?
Yeah.
So the question is, right, can all of those guys then walk into the room looking the same?
First, for them to walk into this room, you need some sort of reward. They're not coming here
if there
free.
Isn't a reward.
Yeah.
Right?
So maybe they can come and say, well, yeah, it can be a peaceful place. That's the reward.
Okay.
Or maybe, well, I have nothing else to do. This is a good reward. So that's how you gather people first, by incentives.
Incentives.
Yeah. So work on that. Get the incentives, either the money or the nice men and women. Generally, there's some sort of incentives there. Opposite gender.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've put them together. Now then, how do you go on with explaining to people that actually the best dialogue that we can have is silence? So you have to do a lot of noise first, and hopefully bring out the conflict. The conflict, because you make noise, the clash starts, which will be argument. Start, and then maybe they can see the importance of silence,
But we're born silent.
Very silent.
So why do we have to unlearn it then?
We've already unlearned it, I would think. How often are you silent?
Hey, you have to. But you're permanently silent. You just step out, isn't it?
I would say silence is the only permanent thing.
Yeah.
But you step out way too much.
You see, that's really the question I'm asking, Uri. With where one has gone, if the other guy who's struggling, right, can realize that, I don't need to do much because I am
No,
silent.
you see, now that's the thing.
Right?
Not needing to do much. It hurts.
Right?
For people that used to do, it hurts. Not to do anything. I mean, what are you talking about? You want me to be lethargic? Or what are you talking about exactly? I've got a business to run. I've got this problem to take care of. I've got. Because if you have got nothing, it's
useless.
Yeah, it's useless. So then, which means you can't see anything because look, you have the impression that by I've got, you are creating, so you are accumulating more and more. So there's some sort of creative process. You think so.
Yes.
You don't realize that actually from the silence, the I've got comes.
Isn't it?
Yeah. You're doing it the other way around.
So in saying that you don't have to do much in silence.
It's something that requires nothing really.
Right?
It's free.
So then we are doing a lot in thinking. Meaning, our job is we working too hard in that mode, right?
We assume that there's a need of movement to reach that silence. Let's just call it peace.
Right.
So that silence is peaceful.
Right.
So we assume that you need to do something for you to be peaceful.
So then, you are saying both outputs are valid.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Valid because they're inevitable.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Right.
Okay, so let's just say this is the state of affairs. We are disorderly in our thinking. First, we don't look at thinking. Let's come back to thinking. We don't look at thinking as a process.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't even... Yeah.
You look at... You have the impression of being there.
Yeah.
Doing the thinking.
Yes.
So therefore you say, well, I can think, I cannot think, I can stop, I can...
Yeah.
And the other man is saying, well, I can eat a banana, I can go to the pool. And the other one is saying, no, well, I have 400 rand, I need 2 more. But it's the same process. Yeah. The common mistake we're making is that we have the impression of being there. There's an entity doing that. Hence, the entity can control.
Whatever. And some... Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens on the other, in the not doing? Because there's an output also.
And
but there is an output, isn't it?
Yeah, the output is the disorder. What we are calling disorder.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back. I think we're jumping a bit too fast.
Right.
Why do we have this feeling of being? How do you experience that feeling of being?
By your heart beating or,
Yeah, okay, well, let's say heart beating.
Yeah.
How do you know that your heart is beating?
You have to listen to it.
Yeah, you have to listen.
Yeah.
So there's a direction you are almost looking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You are shifting your focus somewhere.
Correct, isn't it?
All right. So that shifting, how does it come about? Try to look at how you are trying to look at the shifting. The director of that shifting. Picture, get him there. Is there any direct? Can you see any director there?
Right?
So, your heart beating, okay, fine. Maybe leg pulling.
Yeah.
Isn't all of that memory in action? For you to have a direction.
Yeah. Right? Huh?
Yeah. So then what you call me or the director is nothing but memory.
And it will have its own outcomes, obviously.
Yeah, it's see, if you confuse memory for something tangible, then there's a big mistake already. You've started from a very bad starting point.
Which is what we do.
That's
isn't
exactly.
it? That's like our daily life.
That's the biggest problem.
Huh?
Taking me, as something tangible, something real.
Yeah.
While it's nothing but memory, which is fake. Because see, all that plays with time now. You see, memory is gone. It's the past.
Yeah.
Anticipation, hopes, projections, that's the future.
Right.
Right? And then you have what you're calling now.
Yeah.
Now, the yesterday memory is completely gone. It doesn't exist.
No. It's ashes.
Yeah, ashes. the future hopes for it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's not even ashes. It's a smoke screen. Yeah, illusion. Now you've got something that is dividing something that doesn't exist and something that doesn't exist. Which means what? It doesn't exist either. You don't want to be in that state of not being. So
in it not existing, but why are we experiencing it? In the way we're experiencing it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I know. I think we can... That's not for me to answer, but I think you will see it clearly, right? Actually. Eventually, if you see the illusion of this line here of time. Right. Yeah. That's why we don't want to see creation. Because for you to see creation, you have to be comfortable with nothing at first.
Right? Right? No. I mean, you know.
So.
So. The artist is part of society. Right? With the dual outputs. You know, we admire the output. It's like, oh,
wow, it's done. You know, and by doing that, we're not helping him. We're not helping him at all.
Right?
Praising someone.
Yeah.
Should be a crime.
And then, after that, then the other part of the artist then comes out. The creator of the crowd, of the, right? You are saying that if the artist can see the other side, they will be able to perhaps maybe blossom more.
Yeah, no, for sure. Probably that's why they're even artists in the first place. I mean, that's why. And by the way, let's not... it's beautiful, art is beauty and all that, but let's not take it as something really out of
the ordinary.
The ordinary.
Right?
It's very ordinary. I should think moving my finger is very artistic.
Right?
Yeah. Not
in its own
creating.
nature.
Yeah. Walking. Talking, you know, is very artistic. So, same for science.
Right?
Yeah. A guy who thinks, polishes his thinking, who has an observation that is very, very piercing. Otherwise, you can't be an artist.
Right?
Yeah, if you don't have that silent. You can't be a scientist if you don't
have that.
Look. I mean, for them to come to the conclusion that my looking is affecting that which I'm looking at. That's pure art. Yeah, pure art. Pure and that's art. On a quantum
right?
level, the very foundation of life.
It's like, it's minute.
If you look at something, you're affecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's that.
That's learning. That's proper learning there.
So the whole thing is art.
So then maybe my question should be, is there an art of living? Meaning, I mean, you've said here's a scientist, and you're a father, you're a wife, you're a whatever. Can you be an art in each and every compartment of your life, right? So that you see things as they are, or you create beauty in every compartment of your life, as in,
Yeah, I think
is there something like that?
Yeah, that's ultimately what men should. I'm skeptical in saying reach.
Right.
Yeah, I'm very careful with that word, but
right.
That's an evolved man, if I can put it like that.
Right.
Yeah, if you can not capture that, but more of a.
Right.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. That's a beautiful way of living.
Right.
Which doesn't mean you won't do wrong.
No, of course. I mean, even the painter will have some strokes that don't make sense, but, it's part of the art, isn't it? And
that's the whole story of the canvas. Yeah, there was a mistake in there. You might feel bad about it, but someone else looking at it is like, wow, what did it mean by this? What happened? There's a story behind it,
right?
That recall.
Right?
There's no art, there's no... I look at it, there's no beautiful art or bad art.
No, art is... Yeah.
Art is same as there's no beautiful human being and ugly human being. I mean, that's so childish, man.
What are you saying? Art is... So, the... You said earlier on the psyche is also art.
That's now we're playing on the minute.
That okay, I get what you mean.
So this is, this is
the superficial. Okay, I get what you mean.
The creation is on that.
Right.
So the same way you do this, superficially, down there
is something that's really bringing out the output.
Yeah.
So can you direct the output from down there?
That's the only direction. All this up here, there's no freedom, there's no creation in this.
These are ashes.
Yeah, these are the ashes.
Right?
Looking at death.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. This is death.
Right? It's old.
Too old.
So how do we create a muscle, or rather the strength for knowing which button to press, or the right button, to press the right buttons at that level? Because obviously if we can know how to do that here, the output will also always be favorable, isn't it? For all of us, for humanity, because then if you know, green gives you green, and you will press it, and green is, and then red gives you, right? But if there's this,
you're entangled in that whole mess.
Yeah, you, and then you need to stop and ask, and can we stop? Because at the moment it feels like, we're pressing, we're just gambling, with life, we're just pressing whatever button and hoping.
I think we can. I spoke about my hopelessness. Let me talk about my hopefulness.
Right.
I think we can, but you gotta see that you are doing something wrong, or something wrong is happening.
How does that look like, though? Seeing that you're doing something wrong.
By not escaping all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So being sensitive, not the same way. When you approach that, you had an expectation of a certain kind of feeling, and then the disappointment of it being a little bit different.
Regardless, that is not that's not living. But
the disappointment of it, the being attentive to, that's learning. Being attentive to how expectations are not met, and the feeling, basically your whole movement of thinking and how it comes from time to time.
Yeah.
So in my case, when I was talking to the guy, the anger that comes from there is like, what can't you understand? And the blindness to everything else around. Inevitably you will laugh about it after that suffering, because that's suffering in motion. Yeah, so the seeing of it is the break and the laughing. Yeah, that silence happened. It wasn't triggered. You're just sensitive to suffering.
Right?
That's all.
Okay. So you can't really, learn this. It's like you have to experience.
It's innate. It's a given.
Right?
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. It's the only thing that requires no effort, really.
Right?
Effort is suffering.
Right?
Yeah, effort is rejecting what is.
You are disconnected, as you were saying,
And it doesn't take, you see, if you do this, you see, that's the tricky part now. You see, if I say, well, start doing this, then what happens is it becomes a job, therefore means discipline, therefore means, restriction, and it becomes some sort of authority, so, you don't see that you're still playing the same game. But it's very important to do this on a daily basis, not as a job, but to see it happening in your day-to-day life. The same way you get angry, at least be sensitive to seeing how angry you are. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if you do that, that becomes almost like second nature.
Right.
And the other happens.
Right.
I'm not going to say it's through sleep, because that's not sleep.
No.
That's when it happens.
No.
You go to the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the creation of death, I guess.
Right?
Yeah. Very, very clearly. I can't tell you how clear it is.
Right?
Yeah. And it's free, you see? You could have an argument. Say. Yeah. Escalate, ends up being completely horrible. Maybe someone dying, killing. That's how bad it gets.
It can get there. Yeah.
Through that silence, there's a creative power in it that shifts the entire thing backwards and changes the entire thing. So you create something anew, even in the discussion, in the event, the timeline. It's very, very interesting. Instantly, the change of all that has ever been. Physically. It sounds crazy, but it is so. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
Right?
And that's probably what you're doing now. You're just not aware of it. It's not someone's doing, as in you can do it, as if it's a power that you have, you can do, and then I can do it.
No.
That's what's happening through you and me, but you're just not clear as in how it's happening.
You see, and then that's what I'm trying to understand, that connection. All right. If I can understand, what is unfolding, in its entirety, I think, I won't have answers. I meant questions, if you know what I mean.
No, then the question is the answer in that case.
Sorry, repeat that.
Yeah, you won't have questions because the questions are the answers themselves.
Isn't it?
There's never a split between a question
and
an answer. So there's no question.
Yes. Yeah?
Even in your thinking process.
Right?
Let's say you try to pinpoint your thinking. If you look at it really closely, you see that the thinker is the thought.
Yes.
So there's no such thing as a question that you can ask to yourself. There's no such a thing as a question. The question is the answer.
Right?
So here, too, physically, that's on a minus level. But the doer is the done.
Yeah. Right?
perfect mirror.
In one of our last sessions, and that was so potent in where you drove me to contact. I think I think it was the first time I saw really the instancy of yeah. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all we know is ashes, yeah? And what has ashes done and so on and so forth. And yeah, I got to a point where the understanding was on a contact point, and one was working with that contact in the whole understanding.
You see, that's the whole thing. That's the beauty of this thing.
Yeah,
it's actual, as in, see, people have the impression that creation happened a long time ago.
Right.
It's completely wrong. It is actual. It is happening.
Right.
Yeah.
But how do you have to? You can't show or teach someone how to. And you are saying experience and all of that. Thinking is really the teacher.
Is the teacher, yeah. That's why you have
That's cruel.
You are your own teacher. I'm not gonna hold your hand.
That's cruel.
It is cruel. But that's. I mean, if you have to go to the bottom of this thing, asking questions such as "What is creation?"
Yeah.
You gotta be able to walk alone, because I mean, what was there?
Isn't it?
Yeah. What was there was alone the whole time.
Right.
You gotta be able to handle that.
Right.
Otherwise, you're playing around.
Right.
If you put a god there,
right,
you're playing around.
No, you're no. Huh?
Not that there's not a god.
No. I mean,
I'm saying don't leave all that you know behind,
correct,
including your god.
Correct. And then, right? So that is, again, the burning question, because if we know this connection, we'll act urgently.
Yeah, very urgent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. First, the whole thing will change. The structure of this thing will change very fast.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
There'll be a lot of, very, very fast. Similarly to how, what I was saying, the whole thing can be done completely differently. That's how it would be. Although we might experience it as if revolution.
Correct. Correct.
Wars, serious wars of religions.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole thing collapsing, really.
Correct. Huh?
But it would happen very fast. It wouldn't take a decade or so.
But what would happen to man who is attached?
We would vanish.
Right?
Yeah. Anyone not able to embrace the new would probably vanish.
Right?
Yeah. There will be too violent for them to persist. That violence would, one way or another, take care of themselves. Yeah.
Right? And that's not nice. But again, that's really experience, learning,
Yeah.
It's part of getting the answers, isn't it?
Yeah. The whole thing would burn, the way I feel like.
Right?
It would burn, but a necessary burning, I guess. Because, I mean, how do you... What we're asking for is also a bit too much.
It's too much, yeah. It's too much.
How do you tell people that they do not belong anywhere? Because they belong everywhere. So you remove in the whole scheme of these gangsters of visa fees, trade and taxes. It would be there, but differently.
Yeah.
See, these things are not bad. The way I look at it, they're not bad. They're necessary.
Right.
But thought plays such a bad role in it, as in it always interferes.
Okay.
So therefore, there's the corruption. There's the taking advantage of.
Of the creation as it's
and then you take the concepts for something real. I mean, you really.
Right.
I really feel Congolese.
Yeah.
As much as but I really feel it.
Right.
Yeah. which is completely wrong. Then what about you who feels South African?
Yeah,
what happens tomorrow if my team loses? And then I have to come and... Or what happens if you really walk around in your workplace knowing that I am the boss?
Right?
So, how soon will it take you? I mean, how late before you start taking advantage? Which will bring you suffering, because you take advantage now, then tomorrow you're like, why did I do that? Then you bring your hypocrisy to make me feel good again. I mean, it's much conflict, unnecessary.
Yeah. And you're saying we can't see through all of that. Most of us.
Probably, yeah. Because there's a lot of escaping.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it.
So where is the escaping going to end? Because really we need the change. We really need. We need.
Maybe you answer the question. For you, for instance, I'm assuming that's all our lives, escaping.
Yeah.
But what made you sort of give time to the looking within?
It's suffering.
Me too.
You know what I mean? It's like you see the futility of suffering. Do I have
to? For me, it was tremendous suffering.
Yeah.
So then these guys are not suffering anymore.
They're not suffering enough. They're not. All right. No, that's the answer. That's all right.
They're not suffering enough.
No, they're not suffering enough.
So maybe that's why.
No, I think I see it now.
Yeah, if you can find a way to put all that suffering, you send it their way.
Right?
Yeah. Psychologically, at least.
Yeah.
Also carefully. So that you don't get beaten up or burned. Yeah. You shift it their way.
Yeah.
Then it starts something in motion, and then the whole world burns one way or another, so that
and then you come, right? And it looks like that's the inevitable position.
It's an inevitable
trajectory.
Yeah. I think if one has seen it, everyone will.
Right?
Yeah. It has to.
Right? So it's like all structures and everything else sort of falling apart, and then
burning
continuity, as it were.
You need a good head for some time.
Yeah.
And perhaps paradise can arise.
Right?
So for me, I found the talking, that's one way of distributing the suffering.
Right?
You're talking about this.
Yeah.
Just the talking. You talk to people, and there's a bit of listening that happens.
And there's a gap of...
Yeah. Because, everyone might pretend.
Right?
When they're alone in that room.
Hey. Right?
Yeah. It's serious.
So I think we really need to be alone then. Like in a true sense of alone. Without all our burdens and everything else. You can see the change.
Yeah, then you see the power of
your
own being itself. How so much energy is within.
And you can only get to your own when, you really have gone to the end of suffering, isn't it? Because otherwise you will continue to escape, this, what have you got? Can you help me with this,
Seeking authority everywhere.
Is yours better than mine? Is that one,
So, I've had instances where, just like last time when we were kind of walking, and then you see there's like that contact at that moment.
Yeah.
I've had instances a few times with people, you included. I'm not sure how to translate that. But you see that, if you can reach that with anyone,
right?
You can then they can. That's them standing alone now, because it's inevitable that afterward
they will be able to see that that's possible, right?
Mm-hmm. And then the real suffering has probably started then.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Huh?
Yeah. It starts, but you sit through it and...
Yeah, because then you've got so much to really get rid of. And that's the part.
Yeah, then the person probably decides how long it will take them.
Isn't it?
But the thing already is there.
It's done.
Yeah, it's there. Complete in its entirety, it's there.
So what continues, like for instance, I mean, your light is lit, right? And then perhaps you see, but it takes you longer.
Because you want that longer.
How so?
I don't know. Perhaps because you see, when I'm trying to even look at myself too, I would say the suffering was the trigger, but I could have stepped out of that suffering probably the very first.
But you didn't
month.
know how.
I just didn't want. It's almost as if I became accustomed to the suffering. So, but it was my dear friend.
So that's where the attachment then comes in, or what?
You'd rather stick to what you know, even if it hurts, than what you don't know. And it's very clever because you play some tricks,
Yeah.
You pretend as if you want the other, but the pretension is the suffering,
Okay.
The projection of the other is the suffering.
Is the suffering, because it's the becoming.
The becoming. So we're extremely cunning with ourselves. Hence why we're cunning with others too.
Right?
Very, very cunning. And when the other was, I'm just saying, this is ways of talking.
Yeah.
So you mustn't take it literally. The word of the thing is not the thing itself.
No.
Me describing it is not that itself. Yeah. But when the other happened, then there was another struggle, which is the pursuing of the other. You see, before, it's like I was imagining the other, the state, the learning of it, the knowledge of it. Then you become rebellious. You say, well, there's no such thing, to hell with that, it's just... But deep down, there's still that search.
Yeah.
And when the other happens, naturally, then there's the attempt to keep it, to maintain it constantly. So that you are God forever.
Right? And then work happens.
And you want that with the benefits of this.
Right?
So you want what's global in its fragmentary state, as in, okay, how can I use that to shift this?
Right.
So how can I use that immense power to make my future life here
small pocket
better,
of
And generally it's the money, it's the women, it's the family, it's the the beautiful things.
Right.
So that was the other issue.
Right.
And the thing just kicks you out completely. Right. Yeah. And then there's the agony of, oh my God, I once had that.
Isn't it?
I once had that, How can I not
get
it back?
You are saying that you can avoid it, the suffering. Meaning you couldn't step out before the eventuality.
Couldn't step out of what?
Of the movement of the wrong trajectory, if you know what I mean.
You see, every movement that implied effort was always putting me in a bad trajectory. Yeah. So
and that was the state of right?
The effort of getting to first, there's the effort of imagining the other.
Right. Yes.
Which is a bad trajectory.
Yeah, already, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Then there's the efforts of keeping something that happens, which, quite frankly doesn't have any definition.
Yeah.
There's the effort of keeping it.
Yeah.
So that I can use it, So apart trying to grab a hold, which is also a bad trajectory, and it's even
like
more
stopping a river. Perhaps also.
That's even
this is
more
my river.
painful than imagining. Imagining is good because you can imagine. You can even, delusional people are that way. They hope, they think. Next thing, they dream of things. That,
Right.
Miracles happen. They interpret everything as miracle.
Right.
Yeah. So that's it's good suffering. It's suffering, but it's good.
Right.
But the suffering of having been the other, and now you're back in this thing is bad.
Can you?
Now I can say that you never leave it. But yes, definitely there's like a taste, a small taste of the other.
Right.
A very, very tiny taste, which is not the other really.
Yeah.
But there's like you get qualities of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, qualities of it through thinking, through dreaming, through some other things, even physically.
Right?
But that's not the other.
It's not the other. But would that person be knowing that they are in contact with the other? If you know what I mean.
If you have the qualities,
yes,
the small qualities,
yes,
would you know if you were in contact? Yeah, that's the first time you have. That's the first time you're not imagining the other.
Okay.
That's for certain. You know there is the other.
Yeah.
And you know that you are not that.
Ah.
You for sure know that there's the other.
Right? And then you
Put it in religious terms.
Yeah.
For sure you can say that, there's God. From that point in time.
From that point,
because of the small qualities.
Okay. So, what is the whole quality?
The whole quality is unexplainable. It's not of us.
Right?
Yeah, it's a doubt. That's what I'm saying. It's not that you get there and then come back. That has always been there. It's always been alone.
So, what? You need to tune in? What's...
No, I don't think it's for men.
Meh?
Yeah. The other just is.
It just is.
Yeah. And then perhaps you can, through your qualities, through men qualities, you can see the unfolding of the other.
Through...
Yeah.
Wow. And then that is art.
That's
the
real
art.
That's creation.
The real art of living.
That's the real art of living. Art. Yeah, it's an art of living that implies no time.
Yes.
No effort, no space. It's really
as it unfolds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's if you're not careful, you'll probably run mad. It has to be right. That's why it mustn't be through any sort of authority.
No.
Otherwise, it's very dangerous. So I would say men is, which is thought, is the imagination. The first phase here of projecting something else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then evil or the devil is the qualities. When man has reached the different tiny qualities.
Okay.
And there are plenty of them.
Right?
Really numerous of them. That's the real devil. Because he can play on men. He can manipulate men.
Right?
He can manipulate the imaginary. Alright? Then the other, which is God, which is everything, which is nothing. It's pointless even giving it a name.
Isn't it?
Word. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, is that.
And then that
encompasses the devil and man and all of them.
Right?
And I've noticed there are a few people that sort of get over themselves, which is get over thoughts, kind of see the futility of thoughts, and so that's serious enough. Then there's the small qualities that reach there, and they clearly, maybe instinctively know that there's the other, and then they become extremely, extremely evil, and also just bitter, kind of say, don't talk about the other. What are you talking about? There's no such thing.
Okay, I get you.
Or evil in the sense of, yes, the other, every day, I wonder what sort of society we would have with
this whole concept.
Because it seems our limits are the qualities.
Yes. Yeah?
But if done wrong, probably it will be the bad qualities, as in, you're using it for for the self, on men or for men, but still it's for the self.
Whoa. I think, no, I mean, it's quite clear the qualities that would come, because if you go back to what you were saying, all of those things you were mentioning, they are what everybody's looking for, love, compassion, right? Truth, right? We are forever looking for that, okay? And we don't seem to find it, or we don't seem to use the right tools to...
The tool is the issue.
Right? So can we then discard the tools? If you are saying the tool is the issue.
Disregarding, is that the right English? Discarding or disregarding?
Yeah, get rid of it.
The relinquishment of the tool is a tool, is the process of the tool, is an outcome of the tool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's another...
That's an effort.
Right?
That's really how small we are.
Right?
And I really mean it. That's how small, I mean, as glorious as we can.
Of course.
Yeah.
Huh?
But that's really how small we are. That's there, stayed there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe, I mean, we've really grown through time to always want rewards, right? This, I mean, the rewards are palpable, and you don't need to, because experientially, when everything is sort of favorable, as it were, when, you don't even need a reward, because you just
reward for what you're creating.
Exactly. There's less effort, but a lot of output, and that question is potent. What is the outcome of that? If we were all, how did you explain it? That
of a creative mind.
Yeah.
First, the outcome is the qualities.
Right.
That's the first tangible thing that you can, even for yourself, double check. Yeah, it's the quality. Then the qualities have implications.
Right?
Yeah. Which guide you to truth, to the actual thing. Right. Because let's say you have a quality of dissolving time.
Yeah. Right?
You just put it that way.
Huh?
Then the implication is time does not exist.
Right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's true.
So then if time does not exist, which means space does not exist, then how come this is? So there's a force behind.
Right?
There's a time and space is created then.
Right?
So then what is that? And can I ever ask such a question, because I'm part of time and space?
Right.
That's my limitation then. All I can do is to sort of put an antenna that picks up the creation.
Right.
And if I'm arrogant enough, I can say, well, I'm doing this.
Oh, you put it another way, maybe get out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, get out of the way. Yeah. Get out of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you see, the other, right?
Mm.
The other, it's so beautiful that it doesn't, the very seeing of what is the doing
it's
of
the
it.
doing,
That's
yeah.
how beautiful it is. It doesn't know time. It doesn't know effort. It doesn't. It's a joy. It's a complete joy in action.
Yeah.
Mm. So as reporting, if you have qualities, I mean, you are reporting back. So, okay, well, I saw this, I did this,
okay.
or this is what will happen, or, you know,
So
you are playing really,
and all that, yeah.
Or the healing, or
Yeah. I mean, you
moving.
see,
Really, time and space becomes a playground with the qualities. It's a playground. But the other, there's no time and space. There's creation of time and space with the different qualities that people can.
Okay. So it's like chaos.
The other is creation.
It's order.
It's not that it creates. Itself is
creation, and that is the residual of creation. That's what you're saying, right? And that can come back into creation, or rather, it is part of creation.
So it's a movement of in and out.
Yeah.
I have a very interesting way of putting it. I say it's a static movement,
right?
It's a movement that doesn't move. If I can put it like that, that's how paradoxical it is.
But it's not left behind. It's actually, it's like, think about this. When you're driving in a car, right? Perhaps you are part of the car, but if you stick your head out, right? It feels like what you're explaining, you know. Yeah. So people are they're driving in a car with their heads stuck out, and then they get bumped by this. They forget that you can actually get in here because you know the bus is really. And then when you're in here, you just sit and then enjoy the ride, isn't it?
It's like blind people, I think, they use sticks, right?
Yeah.
But after a while, the stick is like an extension of the whole being. They never touch. It becomes a hand. It becomes...
Okay.
Yeah, they never feel it as if it's a stick that I'm using. They are part of the stick.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
so that's how we are.
That's how we are. So the tool for us is the stick.
So can we give the blind person then the new eyes to see that you don't need this, or I mean, blind people have their own instinct of navigation and which they build by the lack of the other.
Yeah, they perform. They outperform us with listening, hearing.
You know. So
as by the way, blind people that can't talk, whatever, it's I mean, it's just people really. We're talking about a general problem here, which is thought, thinking.
Isn't it?
This self here really is the problem.
Right.
Well, should I call it a problem because it's part of it's necessary, it's inevitable. But that's the first restriction from freedom and the so-called other and whatever. And creation. So thought is very good at recreating, copying,
sticking out the head,
copying, remembering, modifying, projecting the past, modifying it, then seeing it come to life. It really feels essential in the sense of without it, there's nothing.
Which is senseless.
But that's just, I mean, it's not that fundamental.
But you would expect thought to be that cunning, obviously.
Yeah, it would.
Right?
Attention dissolves
everything.
And then, sees, attention is very actual.
So, in attention and silence, right? There are pockets of thought that sort of crops up in our daily doings and all of that. What is that? Because can you mute it altogether, that you are only, an artist of life? Because it seems like, when you are being an artist of life, thought comes and then it distracts your artistry.
First, if you're even aware of the disturbance that thought is bringing, that's attention in its own. Yeah. Don't give much importance to inattention.
Right?
Yeah. Acknowledging inattention is attention.
Right?
Yeah.
But can you shorten that inattention? Because often you can get carried away.
There's some people that are very good at shortening it. We call them geniuses, probably. They're very careful, very attentive.
Yeah.
Others are
just get carried away.
Yeah. That's why you have even issues with memory. If you don't have attention, memory can't rise properly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
So with attention, because memory is nothing but sequences.
Right.
That's why I give you a tip, by the way. If you go to sleep, right? If you, let's say you had a dream and then you forgot it, just try to replicate the position that you were in when you woke up.
The position.
If you were sleeping like this, for instance, on your left-hand side, and you wake up, you're like, but what I was doing. Just try to replicate that.
Yeah.
It's nothing else. The whole thing comes back to you.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just because it's a record. It cells. The memory is stored in the
So why can't you not get and fetch the memory when you...
Yeah, there's a bit
different.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I wouldn't tell. But I've noticed
that's interesting. Yeah.
Just the very fact of repeating something triggers a memory.
Right?
Yeah. So you hearing a bird triggers
a memory.
Yeah. You seeing someone who had a very bad experience with you, it triggers all that history of what he has done. So it's a sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a sequence. It's static. It's not that it comes out of nowhere. It really comes from somewhere.
Right?
Yeah, you're just not attentive enough to even know why you even... For instance, you could be humming a music.
Right?
You hum some sort of music that you were listening to. Yeah, because you probably heard an instrument, something similar, and then you start humming it. Yeah.
Huh?
It's nothing but sequence.
Right?
There's no real life to thinking.
There's no life. It sort of fizzles out.
Yeah.
It fizzles out. It's a matter of time, as they say. Yeah?
Exactly. It's a matter of time. It is time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
It just disappears. But you are saying in creation, everything is eternal. Any action in creation is eternal.
Yeah.
Right?
And see, for instance, one of the qualities I saw in this thing is when you play around with time is the ability to jump in a specific point in time and space, for instance. Which means what? That's what I'm talking about. The qualities are good, but they're limiting. If you don't explore further, if you don't live them, you don't see the implications of the qualities. Yeah. So you tend to get attached to the qualities.
Right.
And you miss out the entire thing completely.
Right.
Yeah. So if you can jump back in time and space, then that point in time and space is eternal.
Right.
It never changes.
Right? The conditions that you bring to that eternity is what actually messes up the quality of eternity, or covers up the quality of eternity. But can we not see that? Because through suffering you can see that this is not Yeah.
Suffering is very important. I don't see how any man can see that beside through suffering. I don't know. Maybe there's another way. I don't know. But suffering seems to be the only
way. And then you say you can fast track suffering.
You can?
Fast track it.
You see, suffering for 1 second.
The agency.
See, suffering for 1 second is the same as suffering for
forever, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's part of us.
Yeah, it's part of us. It's an element of life that is there. So you can shift in and out if you wish.
So it doesn't change then the volume, because that's what I'm getting to. You know, it's like, can the volume of creation be more than, or well, it can never be less than, as it were, right?
Creation couldn't care any less whether you're suffering for an eternity or for a second. Yeah. Creation gives no damn.
Just right?
Because remember, it's also suffering. Creation is also suffering. There's nothing that is not in that
category. So then what is the purpose of even talking about this? Don't laugh. It's a serious question, you know? But you get what I mean?
I get what I mean.
Eh? Because
see, I should think we are in a creative stance by talking about it.
Right.
That is perhaps much more clear than any other instance where because life is action.
Right. Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, life requires action.
Yes.
But your actions have different implications and different sort of outcome.
And then we need to understand our connection to that. Right? Mm-hmm. That's the question that I've brought. Right?
So if you do not do this, if you don't talk about it, either you're doing it or you're just doing something else, which is a portion of what I guess we're talking about. You see, talking about it is good. Doing it is even better. Because out of that, when you come out of that, there's clarity, there's freedom, there's peace.
It's true.
It's much more enjoyable.
And you see the outcomes of that quality, you know, experientially, as you are in contact with creation as well, or as you're part of creation.
Also, it's extremely beautiful. Let's see how beautiful an art piece is, right?
Yeah.
The feeling that it gives you and all of that. Now, the beauty of creating.
So
it's actual,
right?
How can you not talk about that?
It's true.
Yeah. It's like asking, how can we not sing?
It's true, right? It's true. Because, I mean, you can even see people who are looking at the actual art, you know, they talk about it, they tell stories. So maybe that's
listen to good music, you cry.
Right?
It gives you tears. Now,
so this could be a part of singing.
It's extreme. I can't tell you how beautiful this is.
Because the singer is also connected when they're there on stage and doing their thing. You know, it's like they just in contact, most of them. You know? And they explain it in another way. Right?
Yeah, most of them have no words to explain.
To explain it. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what stops us, man?
Stops us to do what?
To being artists of life. You know?
Ourselves, probably. Our thoughts.
You get what I mean? Because, I mean, an artistic person is really having a beautiful life in terms of, you know, all the faculties of their experience, life experience. You know what I mean? Huh?
And it makes life much more manageable. It's beautiful. I mean, we have cars. Imagine.
Right?
That's so convenient.
Amen.
Imagine if we had to. I mean, we could have never met if it wasn't for
that.
Right?
Know?
And airplanes. Now I can come all the way from there to here. Now we know that's okay. Life, the world is infinite, and so truth is seeing itself slowly but surely.
So I then project to see, or I marvel at the projection, right, of the output of the creation in terms of if all of us were just artists of life, as it were, and how does that look like? Meaning,
no, don't even think about it.
You get what I mean?
Don't.
Right?
You can't think about it. It's you
Jeez,
don't think about it.
Right? That's like heaven.
It is heaven. Because when that is, really that is heaven.
Right? Not...
not imaginative heaven. No. It's really heaven. So we have that potential. Why not reach it?
Because think about it, man. the creations, some of the things that would come up with.
It would solve all issues.
Right?
Starting with psychological issues.
Right. Because, that's the beginning. If we can just really resolve that, and, the other is just going to unfold beautifully.
I've seen this simple thing like anger.
Right?
I've watched people get angry over something stupid for the longest time.
Of course.
And I'm assuming when they're angry, that's their way of punishing the other. I'm angry, especially the one who's angry and you want to show that he's angry. That's his way of punishing you.
The other.
Yeah.
But
you have to show that it is, so therefore maybe try and ask for forgiveness. I'm pretty sure even if I do ask for forgiveness...
It won't.
Yeah, it won't.
But
so
meanwhile...
that's a personal job. You have to work on that.
Isn't it?
Yeah. That's...
So your house in fire. You are burning.
It's the purest form of stupidity, doing that.
But you are saying is that's part of life, is suffering. So the suffering is creation saying, hey, wake up.
Yeah, probably it's going to give you more and more.
Right?
So that you can wake up. So you see what you're doing now? You are pretending as if you are not angry, then you're angry.
Yeah.
You are playing all these tricky games with yourself. So, you are just delaying the seeing.
The seeing.
Yeah.
So if we can stop delaying the seeing, you can see the trajectory.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
And
it benefits
it's an
everybody.
Art to see that. It's an art to
right?
kind of step back a little bit.
And you get to this point through suffering in terms of,
That's asking people to embrace suffering.
Which is difficult.
Valid reasons.
It's difficult. It's very difficult.
So I wonder what is it we are trying to do in general. Because the state of affairs, the way it is, it seems men just want some sort of comfort,
Right.
Let me do my time here. I'll sleep at some point forever.
In the future.
Yeah. But I think they're not willing to accept. No one is willing to accept that we just disappear forever. Hence, they jump into the science. Okay, well, things move and change, energy and all of that, you see. That's their way of perpetuating themselves.
More analysis of what's going on.
Yeah. So we are really comfortable with this state of affairs.
Right?
In general. And when you look at someone like Trump, what he says on a daily basis, how he behaves.
Right? Right?
At least before we used to have president that had a bit of class. No? We know they're lying, but the class
it's not
of
just
it.
obvious. Yeah.
The class of it.
Right?
I don't know which video I was watching last time. What was he saying? He was basically bragging about him being very clever, very intelligent.
And billions and billions of IQs.
And he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing.
No, he does.
Yeah. It's not, it would be a mistake to look at him and think that this is just a stupid president. No. He knows his people.
Yeah? thought cunning there.
And that's the first society, we have, American. To have a leader that is that way.
Right.
It says a lot about the state of affairs of the world.
So the outcome of that is really what we're seeing. Or experiencing, as it were.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So can we see the futility of that and look the other way?
They say we can. I mean, we are. I would think that we are seeing the futility of it right now.
Right?
But as trying to bring a change is some sort of acting from bottom up.
Right.
But it could be the other way around. It could be from up to bottom.
Right.
We're talking about the Trumps and them. And
right.
The popes.
Right.
The psychologists, the renowned one. I
right.
mean, they could, if they really wish, they can do it.
We can, right?
Mm-hmm. But I think the systems that we've created have tied the entirety of humanity. Yeah.
So everybody's attached to
even
their
up
corner.
There,
right?
They can't. They have no power.
Right.
The systems are too powerful. Thought.
Right.
Thought has created a system that is too powerful.
And
anyone, it's like being overtaken by AI, so that every human being is a police.
Right.
Is policing another human being.
Right.
Yeah, so probably the bankers are policing the politicians are policing the,
yeah.
So no one is going to try to escape that thing without punishment.
No.
So
it's like we're all stuck.
But if that is the case, then the only way really is from the bottom up. Because we are nothing. Even if people here, they don't see the danger of it. The danger of few individuals that are really looking at themselves.
But you are saying our attachment is the problem of us really moving in any direction.
Yeah, I am the problem.
Right? Because that's all you know through millennia.
It's years and years of information.
Right? I can't let go of it.
So if it's not working, it's because of you. There's no one.
You are the problem.
Yeah, or rather, I am the problem. Yeah, don't look elsewhere.
Right?
If it's taking long, it's you. See, that's the power of creation.
Right?
Everything is within your hands.
Yeah.
You change, the whole thing changes. Even physically, you can even get a shortcut. You can see it before it happens, but you see the doing of it.
Yeah. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. So, I'm trying to tie quite a lot of, things that one has produced via thoughts and, balancing it to then be more anchored in the creation, if you know what I mean. And what you are saying makes sense because in that process, you start seeing, that change already, that easiness of, and the corporationness of creation as you are then marching, step to step with it, not against, you get it. So I think perhaps that's experientially that wants or ignites me to want to know more answers to a whole lot, because I don't know, man, it doesn't feel right to continue living the way we do.
It's not.
It's like it's not human,
and it's shallow. It's there's no substance to it. It's like sometimes I hear from the feedback of people. It's like it's almost as if they have the impression that I'm focusing on the negative.
Okay.
Yeah. But you see, once you see something beautiful, and you see something that is not that, so you can,
you revolt. Obviously people think it's negative, but revolting against that is not beneficial is really understanding that I'm tired of suffering, really. I can't just be carrying this all along and it's, the results are the same and, hence I was asking, the time, the prolonged, can you not just decide? And but we're saying, it's possible. You can change the direct trajectory at any point.
I'll tell you what, instantaneous.
Right?
Right now. And it would come in the most strangest phenomenon.
Uh-huh.
And if you come and tell me about it, it's not that. By the way, you would never be able to share it. We can. What we're doing here is we're sharing it verbally, intellectually, and then glimpses here and there.
Right.
Yeah, but you would never be able to come and tell me about it. It's a description.
Right.
Yeah. But it's instantaneous. It's because it's creative. So the whole thing is always in an instant.
So how do you then connect to that, or how do you let it permeate, if you know what I mean, in your experiences, so that it is just your nature?
It's when I'm not.
Yeah?
Yeah, so first there's the suffering of seeing when I am.
Yeah.
Which is the constant thinking and the analysis and the juggling, And then that's one layer.
Yeah.
You're seeing the juggling and your conflict.
Yeah.
Then there's the realization that actually me seeing, looking at this, is also the juggling.
Right?
I'm under a very stupid religion of attempting to act as if what I'm doing is separate from what I was doing. So it's been going on. Then there's some sort of abandonment. There's no move then. I have no other move. Because every move is the same thing. See, that's moment of abandonment. The entire thing happens.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, if the entire thing happens, you were talking about you could go back. If the entire thing happens and then and then later on, can you step out all of a sudden and then you're sticking your head out in the bus meaning you're back in thought. You get what I mean?
I'll tell you one experience, for instance. Maybe it will be more descriptive.
Yeah.
So, say you go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I go to sleep. There's the whole thing, trying to organize life and, this.
Yeah. You actually cleared that the last time in death, dreaming and sleeping, the same movements, yeah.
So, probably tonight, that's how it will be, revisiting what has been.
Yes.
Fighting with my boss again in my head. That whole thing is inevitable. It's a process.
Right.
It's memory that is stored. What you call I actually is that.
Yeah.
The jumping of this from this, from this, from this.
Okay.
That's the process that goes on. Right? Then you're tired, I guess. So that movement, that process never stops. Actually, it's continuous. It takes probably 99% of our daily life. And even sleep, which we call dreams. So, but if you have this sort of attention, this sensitivity to the process, something else is
in operation.
Yeah. It's erroneous to say something else because you see, I'm implying the division, but that's really what I mean.
Yeah.
So there's a moment where that takes over.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens to the thinking then?
Then the fight starts. Yeah. The thinking fights that.
Okay.
It's like, oh my God, what do I do? What are you
going to do with me?
What do I do?
Yeah.
And it becomes very, very physical, not just thinking. Now you see the physicality of the movement of that process of thinking.
Right.
And it's generally very uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah. Because you are fighting, it's like you are fighting yourself on a almost cellular level. You are forcing a movement.
Right.
There's something that is doesn't move by nature, and you are forcing the movement. So that's thought.
Right?
Yeah. And then thoughts try to imagine, because it's generally it's pure emptiness, and there's a feeling of falling. By the way, it's not all the time. It manifests differently at times, but this is just one example.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to depict you the fighting of myself and that which is not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that movement comes and tries to slow down the self.
Right.
Yeah. It's looking at the self. And then there's this whole, I'm not sure what happens, but there's a point where you realize that this is death.
Right. And not the actual death.
The actual.
Right?
Yeah.
But not the physical body.
The entire thing. There's no physical death or psychological. The psychological death is the physical death.
Right?
The psychological, the stopping of that.
Because the
self.
psyche has an output. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no such thing as the inside and the outside.
Right.
It's one movement entirely. Yeah.
Huh.
There's a complete understanding that what I'm about, it's finished.
It's finished.
So if you Christian, at first when it happened, I made a small little prayer there.
Right?
I was like, please God, for whatever that I've done, please, I ask for forgiveness. I didn't want to take chances, and back in the days, it wasn't that I was a believer, but just for safety reason, you ask for forgiveness.
In case something happens,
So that's that's seeing death, that's accepting death, dying literally, and then that's when the other is.
And
There's
then
a looking now, and the other. When I say the other, actually, is this. But now, you are much more sensitive to how you are putting up, you are structuring this, how you are creating this whole movement.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
So everything, the details of it, the lights, the talking, the animals, everything is you. In
right?
that sense, yeah. You're just shifting it constantly.
Into different frames.
Different frames, different shapes. You can, just like a whole movie, rewind, fast forward, pause, shifting it.
Right?
So there's still that clash of the thinking, the self, which reflects itself as people, as you in a mirror, as basically this is thinking. So there's still that fight of the nothing and this. That sort of division. That's you kind of see through it really. I'm really putting it in the best words I can. So you can't explain it. Then, just the same way that had overtaken thought, then the other way start happening. The losing yourself again, slowly but surely start happening. By forgetting that actually what's happening is your doing. So you get into the discussion, you get into the fighting with the boss, you get into slowly. And then it's solid now. You're suffering, it's a big suffering because you forgot.
Right?
Yeah. But you see, when you are clear enough in terms of, that's really second nature. When there's a mistake, there's possibility of changing the entirety of it completely, and you call it waking up.
Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Can you repeat that again? Because I think that's quite potent in how you are saying it.
Yeah.
Because
which part?
The waking up part.
Yeah.
The
waking up as in physically getting out of bed.
I'm not sure, but
No, that's what I mean by that.
Yeah. Right?
The waking up as in physically is the restart with a tiny little correction that you didn't. So for instance, death is so how death is experienced. The waking up. I'm not sure, I'm not in a coffin yet, but I have my doubts. I think those that die nothing. They're just waking up.
They're just waking
That's
up.
the feeling of it.
Right?
That moment of disconnection. Now, of course, like that's why I started with the whole thing of authority. All this must be rejected,
right?
As I'm telling you. If it's not actual, it's not. It could be or it could not be. Maybe I have an agenda here.
Of course. Yeah. Could be.
So what you can do and can verify for sure is your movement of thinking. We can double check that between the two of us. Say, oh yeah, what they're saying, you're correct. And then the other, that's another story.
Right.
Yeah. But that's how beautiful creation is. There's no limit to how the whole thing
can unfold. Right?
And the whole thing is this.
It's in motion.
Yeah.
Meaning you can't stop it. Right?
When I say the whole thing, don't think of Mars.
No.
It's really this.
Right?
You are almost, just like, I don't know if you've ever played video games. Just like the whole scenery is as you're playing a video game, right? Every time you're moving, the whole thing is being generated. The whole
you go different levels of difficulty.
Yes.
Right?
Not even just difficulties, but you see, as you're moving from, let's say in a map, so every time you're moving from one place to another place, the new place is kind of generated.
Yes.
So you can see different flowers.
Correct.
So creative, that's very mechanical, but still reality also really is that way.
Is that way, right?
Yeah. So you might have the impression that I'm driving to Pretoria, but Pretoria is constantly being created.
Right? Just over and over. It's just a different frame.
Yeah. That's why the creation is called creation. It's really generated.
Connecting the frames, right?
And generated by you. By you, I don't want it to be arrogant.
No, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, you are not separate from the creative...
The movement.
Yeah.
But now, that is really where we need to understand our potency in, understanding.
Yeah, in that sense, we are...
Because it looks like we don't understand, that part, that we are that connected.
I mean, how can you understand that if you're still comparing, how can you understand that if you're still comparing yourself with someone, whether physically or financially?
Whichever way, yeah. Huh?
I mean, you are too low.
Yeah.
For you to even imagine that this is your doing. I mean, how can you? Well, you're still bashing someone else that
you get it.
Ugly.
You get it, eh?
Yeah. It's impossible.
So that's the disconnection.
That's the real disconnection, which is the suffering.
Right? And you say it cannot end. It's part of what we are.
Yeah, it's a level.
Eh?
I was here with a friend recently. I don't know if you watched the episode. I was here with a friend of mine, Katlehu. I don't know. You guys remember her? I think she was here also when we had like a group.
Oh yeah. Katlehu. Yes.
So he's very.
Excuse me. It's the guy who's talking about the aliens.
Yeah, we're talking about aliens.
Oh yeah.
So he's really put a lot of energy into investigating this whole alien thing.
Yeah.
And he's also how can I say, he's sensitive to his movement of thinking and all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much sensitive, but definitely he shows interest.
Right. Right.
So he's done a lot of inquiries into the whole alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he has theories and some sort of evidence.
Right.
I'm not sure if all evidence are correct.
Yeah.
So you were talking about it, and I kind of had to give you my understanding of that whole thing. So I understand where it's coming from. He's really good at. He wants to see reality for what it is. So if there are some aliens and they're among us, we need to at least talk about it and let him know.
Yeah.
So I was trying to put to him the intricacies of creation itself.
Right.
Rather start from there. then anything else, whether it's aliens or demons or angels, it's really it means nothing. Yeah,
it's futile.
It's futile. So
it's futile. Yeah, you're right.
Isn't it? I've had those sort of contact.
Right?
Yeah. Before I even study about it, or I'm not sure if my conditioning through movies or what's not. But generally, I'm very skeptical with those things, including myself. So I reject any authority, starting with myself, especially in that sort of called state. But I've had in that state, I saw these so-called beings.
Right.
Not sure what to call them, whether it's aliens or demons or whatever. So I see the actuality of it. But I mean, it's rather futile.
And you've dropped that now.
You drop it.
Yeah. Then you could. So you have to always start from the fundamentals.
From the fundamentals.
Always.
Otherwise, you are screwed. There will be authorities that you can never get over.
And it's a rabbit hole. I mean, if you can go deep and know a lot.
Creation has no stop, So,
isn't it?
Yeah. So the rabbit hole, you can't escape from it.
Right? Yeah. So how do we then stop continuing to, create this rabbit holes? Because it looks like that's really our game,
Yeah, it's our game. But I think it's simple. It's just listen.
Right?
Listen to yourself, see, live,
See yourself in relationships as you play out. Because that's really more potent in understanding your disconnection.
Don't deny... Okay, I'm going to say deny everything, but don't deny anything about yourself.
No. Meaning...
Before you call something jealousy... It's something that perhaps is much more beautiful than you think.
Isn't
which
it?
We call jealousy.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Look at the movement.
Right?
Not the thing that you've called jealousy.
Right?
Yeah.
Meaning feel it in yourself as it unfolds.
Yeah.
The anger and everything.
Don't hide it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Don't go out there and tell people that you're jealous forever. It's personal. But if it comes, it comes. You've got no power over it. In fact, stopping jealousy is jealousy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You just make it bigger.
You're just making it bigger.
But seeing it for what it is, then you don't amplify it. Just sort of withers away, yeah? Anger,
lust, all of these things that we... Especially because, see, it's one thing, people like to emphasize the good ones because they apparently accepted. So I'm emphasizing on the bad ones because those are the ones that are troublesome in terms of you try to control them, you hide them, therefore there's lack of clarity, which makes them even stronger. Yeah. I'm not saying let's do what we wish to do, whatever. That's the new vibe now these days. Yeah. The new generations. I do what I want. I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah.
Which is the exact same thing as, restrict.
Yeah.
So just be careful to that whole movement.
Right.
It's as simple as that, really.
It's as simple as that.
And it's not for 2 days.
No, for
a few moments here and there.
Right.
That stays with you.
The muscle sort of strengthens of just being present and
you have less dust.
Right. Yeah, man, it's easy.
Very easy, very easy.
It's really easy because, as you are saying, we started at the beginning, we were talking about compassion, love, and all of those things that are good and really beneficial to humanity, isn't it? Right? Now, you are saying that all of these that are bad, they are part of, waking you up. Don't run away from them.
If you disregard them, then it's
then
almost as if you disregard the others too. Because remember, everything exists in its opposite,
isn't it?
Yeah. So if you're not seeing the opposite, you never see anything at all.
Right?
Yeah, you can't just see pleasure. But then, what about pain?
And that's maybe what perhaps brought me to wanting to look at this here, because when you see the other, you want the other to, just permeate all the time, and you then disregard the bad.
Yeah.
Or you see the futility, or maybe even if you don't see the futility, you've learned from the hardships that the other actually brings. And I think that is powerful to give somebody a direction of sort, saying, all right, I've seen the futility of this, and then I've seen that if I continue, in this trajectory, this is the outcome. Therefore, you are saying, right? Change the trajectory of life experiencing into a different experience altogether. And it just needs, that acknowledgement that I'm angry.
Yeah.
Therefore, what do I do with the anger?
Nothing. Doing something about the anger is anger.
Right?
Don't try to do something. See, there's no effort involved in this at all.
Right?
Yeah.
So just look at anger just coming up, and then...
Yeah. Look at anger coming up and realize that the looking at anger, is, you see, the looking of it. As in, if you really think that you are angry, so there's an entity which is me that is angry. That's just a lower level of anger. The higher level is all that, screaming, fighting. But what triggers all that screaming, fighting is the fact that you think that there's an entity who's separate.
Yeah.
That's thoughts on that fundamental level.
Yeah.
Should you see that is erroneous, anger has completely vanished.
Then it
all
disappears.
That at the top, it's finished, gone.
So let me share an experience, right?
Yeah.
So, when one is alert and attentive, right, you can see all these movements actually coming and going, isn't it? So, I was presenting to very knowledgeable people, and when you're presenting to knowledgeable people, you have to be knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Otherwise they won't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, they can't hear.
You get it?
Yeah.
And I got disconnected. If you know what I mean. Because you can actually see yourself, you observe yourself, and then in the observing myself, because I was part of the panelists, and the question was asked, and in you saying that you need to watch, right? I was watching myself becoming anxious. Right?
That was the wrong time.
This was the wrong time. That was, it was excruciating.
Yeah, I know.
Because I went into, sweating and...
So what happened?
I don't know. I just kept talking.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the difficulty was to continue talking while you're watching yourself anxious.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
No, that's I know that it's a terrible feeling.
Especially
when it's important. You're in front of people, and generally you only have like one shot.
2 seconds or whatever long. And then you have to keep going, and and then what you are saying is not from knowledge.
No.
You get what I mean?
So you see there, that clash there.
Yes.
That's the exact clash I'm referring to in just before that happens.
So my reaction, how do you explain the reaction?
Yeah, I think...
Because it was gradual.
Yeah.
Actually not gradual, because you are there, you're anticipating because they've called you as an expert or whatever it is that, right? So then you're anticipating questions, and the questions flow. Okay, as they flow, that anticipation already is anxiety.
It is anxiety.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's subtle. It's very subtle. Meaning, you know, and then, mind you, this is not a foreign space. I've been into space, and this is But then you watch yourself doing that, and you're saying.
So it's okay. First, this attention, I would say 80 to 90% of our activities are designed to move away from it.
Right.
Normally.
Right.
So when you find yourself in such an activity and that happens, you are messing up. You are messing up. Because in what sense? Because I think you are focusing on something too fundamental while doing something superficial. I've had moments like that, and generally it involves, work environments, or sometimes, just the same way people get distracted a little bit. You could be talking to someone and then you start thinking about other things. Yeah. But you see, the only difference is you now have this sort of inner eye looking at when there's any sort of conflict. There's this almost automatic attention. So you do not accept being hurt anyway anymore.
Okay.
So that's the rejection of conflict. But life doesn't stop. There's more conflicts coming your way.
So the reaction is just what is it?
Which reaction?
I was sweating.
Yeah, well, that's you dealing with your conflict because you're expecting to be. I mean, you have to be perfect in your answers and all that. I'm trying to give you an advice, but I think that would be too pretentious because I'm also still dealing with those kind of things from time to time.
But maybe if we can just explain what goes through one, you know what I mean? Because it is what you are saying that we need to watch anger, unfold in you. So there I was, watching anxiety building up in me. But I couldn't stop it, being full blown, as it were, right? And that is perhaps the disconnection to creation, as it were, right? But at the same time, you are saying that I was answering or seeing something from a fundamental and,
See, the acknowledgement of your conflict at that moment is fundamental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's the fundamental. But you're still dealing with something superficial, which is answering people's questions and playing with knowledge. So on one hand, you want to use knowledge. On the other hand, you are anchored. You're anchored there. So that can be very conflicting. Because you're in two worlds at the same time. Two worlds at the same time. Yeah. But I would think that attention is good enough to... Because you see, knowledge is automatic. It's sequential. It's a matter of just listening to, solid God. Then there's remembrance
of that. Yeah.
If you're knowledgeable enough, it should just flow around.
Yeah.
You can find a way to play around with words and, by yourself maybe 2 seconds again until it comes. But it just shows how anchored you are as far as attention is. Yeah.
Jeez, but it's not nice.
No,
that moment was not nice.
Yeah. So you see, I've had that. See, that's you having one moment here, but from this side, now it also happens on the other side, whereby. So what happens is, that this is your doing.
Yeah. Right.
But you can't take the chance of actually either telling someone else that, yeah, you know what, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Or you can't even take the chance of, see, for instance, when it start happening, so generally it's, one thing I've noticed, I don't know if maybe because I'm a man, but it's lust, for instance.
Okay. Yeah.
When you create the whole thing, the whole
Yes.
movement, and you understand you have freedom,
Yes.
which means you can
Yeah.
do anything you want.
Yeah.
But there's the knowledge, there's the attention that knows that it's doing this, but there's also the knowledge. Like, look, am I sure that...
Right?
So that's the
Right?
two happening. But generally, attention is more powerful.
Jeez.
And generally, when that happens, you don't even have to say anything.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Just do it.
Mm.
The very knowing, the very attention of it
Mm.
structures the entirety of the thing in a way that it succumbs to what you want to be done. Or,
right?
Yeah. So that's on that side. It's a little bit crazy. But this side, at least, that attention should be enough also to kind of grab one word and then knowledge automatically
Just get
runs.
engaged, yeah. Which is what I felt. But, it felt like, jeez. So knowledge is automatic because it felt like I'm trying to ground myself, but knowledge is ahead. If you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so. It's like you see a cat is going down, and you can't hold it, and then you are panicking.
You're
so the
panicking.
panic was, am I sure of what you're trying to decipher and
the control is you need control. You need to find some sort of harmony into what's happening. But I don't think we should worry about knowledge at all.
No.
Knowledge is the stupidest thing ever.
Right?
Which just sounds so contradictory. Knowledge is stupid. It's very automatic.
Yeah.
If you want to know something, if you know how to do it, just read about it. The memory of it, it comes naturally.
That's why I'm acknowledging that, at that moment, perhaps the struggle was the struggle between the deeper and then the knowledge. Because the knowledge was just, unfolding and you were trying to say, is this from the right place?
Mm-hmm. And if you listen to people talking, if you know someone very well, you can even see the patterns in their
correct,
talking, which means the pattern in their thinking.
It's right.
So there's nothing. It's nothing special, guy. If you listen to any guy, motivational speaker, psychologist, or pastors, it's the same pattern.
So wisdom is to stand back and then see that playing out, and then see the place of it playing out.
Yeah.
That one day.
So through the out,
you
understand, and then the same understanding you have by looking what's out is the same understanding you can have by looking what's in.
Right.
Through relationship.
Right.
And what's happening there affects you. What affects you also you affect out there.
Yeah.
But starting from outside, then going in is good.
Right.
The understanding that you have there is not different from any understanding within.
Right.
And that attention in action,
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Very, very straightforward. It's no magic at all.
It's like
any kid in primary school should understand. Well, that's why they learn, by the way. That's why they understand things easily.
Yeah, I think kids would get it easier. Because, old people, we have in our industry lots and lots of very knowledgeable people, right? Mm-hmm. And they do very wise, stuff in terms of what they do, But some of them you would find that they're not in contact, Like it's all regurgitation of the past in terms of how they approach.
And it's for everyone, because I've noticed, for instance, I have such a variety of people that I stay with or I hang with. I find very knowledgeable guys. They have experience, life experience, book experience. They have the same problem. You find guys, especially the academia. I think that's the worst. doing the PhD, writing thesis, and
Jesus,
when you go inside the details, it's good. It's beautiful. The guys talking about economics or engineering. It's very interesting, especially if you're also a bit knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So you kind of you connect a little bit. It's
Correct.
good.
Yeah.
But it's still as superficial as any, guy with experience or any guy who has no experience at all.
It's true.
The guys that have maybe 0 to little book knowledge. Your normal day-to-day guy. He's also caught in the same trap because it's his knowledge now. It might not be fancy knowledge.
No, but it's the same.
It's his knowledge of the 2 black labels above.
Yeah.
What happened when that guy punched me?
Yeah.
That's
the same. It's the same. It's the same.
But initially, kids really have it. The only reason kids find difficulty in learning something is because they're not interested. Simple as that.
It's true, isn't it? Yeah.
They don't want to sit there. It's boring.
It's boring.
Memorizing stuff.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
But if they're sitting with the parent, there's nothing that escapes their attention.
No.
They learn all the bad and good habits
Of
just
course.
by looking and listening.
Right?
So I guess bringing back that sort of natural
sensitivity, which you say lost or
it's clouded.
It's clouded,
It's
not
not
lost.
really bringing it. It's more like
clouded.
wiping the dust away.
Right?
Yeah.
So where do we get the cloth to wipe away the dust, man? Because I think that's really
first we must know that the cloth we use is the one bringing the dust.
Isn't it?
That's our thought.
We just take the old one. We continue doing this.
Stop.
Right?
Stop. At least don't make it worse.
Right?
Yeah. Stop first.
Stop.
Maybe there'll be some wind that will
blow it off
or something. Yeah.
Or maybe just blowing is the solution.
Exactly.
But you're saying we need to continue, not be. Don't give up.
No, don't give up. Otherwise, this whole thing has no meaning.
Right?
Yeah, it's living like this. All right? What do? You have a life. You have kids that will have your life.
Yes.
And it goes on. That's what you call life.
No.
I think any serious human being really looks at life, in its entirety, whether it's in religion or science or just imagine. Everyone is trying deep down to figure out what is this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our pursuit. I mean, that's
our pursuit.
we come in and we go trying to figure it out, isn't it?
And if you have some, I'm not gonna say wisdom, if you have some clarity at least about this whole thing, and everyone is seeking it, might as well give it a try and talk.
Isn't it?
At least create a platform for talking.
Right?
Yeah.
But don't bring your yesterdays into the discussion.
No. Bring no authority there.
Yeah.
In your household, everywhere, just say, okay, this is the state of the matter.
Right?
Yeah. This is what we have.
Right?
Are we clear that this is what we have?
Right?
Then the discussion can start.
From there. Yeah?
Not say, this is what we must have.
Yes.
That's authority.
This is how I've known it to be.
Yeah.
Right? Do we have capacity to do that?
I think so.
You do so?
Yeah. I've noticed, well, for me, first, I'm doing it because it's not because I have to reach something. Otherwise, that would be for the wrong reason. I'm doing it for the beauty of it, but also it's too beautiful.
It's too beautiful, right? It's too beautiful. It's too beautiful. That's really what I resonate with.
Yeah, it's so beautiful for you not to share it
over and over, because in the discussion, I don't know how many sections we've had now.
Maybe this is a third or something.
The third one, right? In those discussions, there's been a whole lot of, movement or discovery within me, and
by the way, it's the same.
Right?
See, I probably think every time there's that sort of click, that's what's happening for my side.
For your side also, isn't it?
It's not one way, it's some sort of funny dance. Yeah, that's coming out of we don't know where.
And I remember you picked it up in the second session when we connected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or actually the first session, and then you insisted on the second. You know, that communion of, right?
Yeah, it's nothing personal.
So here, I mean, I initiated this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this was mainly, you know, the burning inside and saying, but, you know, if it's possible, why not?
Yeah.
Come on, wake up. Come on. You know what I mean? Because, like you say, when you see the possibilities, right? You wish that we can all see the possibilities.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to. And there's another brother of mine who also went. He kind of had that first experience of clarity.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know where it came from, but I'm hoping at least that it's through discussions.
Right?
Then the man finds some sort of, burning fire to find out.
Right?
And then eventually something happens to him.
Right?
Because I can't do anything for it to happen.
No. I think it's just...
I'm hoping that was the case. But he had that. And, just him telling me of it.
Right?
You feel that finally I'm not,
right?
I'm not wasting time.
Right?
Yeah. It gives you another...
And that's how I felt the first time when we met, that we could discuss in this fashion and really, explore deeper like we continue to, because I really walk away with a lot every time, to be honest. If it's not something to go ponder over and, turn it around and do whatever, but I walk away with the canvas sort of looking somehow, and I think after all this session now, it's I see the canvas, meaning the colors and everything else, and I don't worry when the fly comes and stands on the paint when it's still wet. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah, then you allow it to fly. It's like, okay, that's the print. Then you just continue with
no, please, you walk away with something like this.
Yeah.
Any clarity, you hold on to it.
Right.
Still with that same mindset of, skepticism.
Right.
Not because you don't want to believe, but
no.
If I don't see something, I don't see it.
Oh.
You take it. That should be, like a walking light with you everywhere you go.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you probably bring much more clarity to others, sometimes even more to others than to you.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I want to do eventually. Create that zone.
Isn't it?
Whereby people come, you find a way to give them incentive. They will never come without incentive.
Right?
Yeah. So probably maybe there'll be druggies. Finally, there's a place where there's no, like a rehab. So that's the incentive.
Yeah.
There'll be others that will come to prove wrong or right.
Yeah.
That's the incentive.
Yeah.
But you have to find it, you have to structure it in a way that when they arrive, before they realize it, the incentive has become worthless.
Right.
Now they're faced with something
real,
immense, that will shake them up forever. Yeah.
But I wonder if.
And by the way, I don't know how I will do it.
You see, I don't know, because you see, the other, as I was saying earlier, that I think one needs to really watch that you don't, create another, but and continue to allow one to, go into sorrow, go into suffering, and discover, right? But what I see standing in our that discovery is really, the outside agencies, as it were. We don't really believe that we've got contact direct.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the more we see our connection, via, external agencies, then
the more the other ones.
You know what I mean? So, can, the discussion through every corner, be the exploration of what is my connection to creation? What is my input?
It's, there's a guy, there's another man. Oh, what's that? What time? Oh my gosh, how long have been here? No way.
What? How many?
No. Okay, no, we'll. Okay, just to put it, there's Tabang was here recently. My last.
I think I watched Tabang.
Yeah, he's a friend and he's a business owner of some place there.
Yes. And
he has a lot of
good things there. Yeah.
A lot of people there, and he's really hands-on. He's always trying to bring his energy.
Correct on that level. Yeah, I could sense in your discussion. He's got
So I was kind of sharing my agony with when I sit with the people at the crowd. Sitting with people and they talk for 2 hours about there.
Right.
And some of them are very important, very knowledgeable people. Talk about the government. Some of them about the business. Sometimes I'm sitting there, and I'm a bit younger than most of those, so I don't even know how to approach this thing without shocking.
Yeah.
And without being thrown in jail or something. But it's, if we could have at least different pockets of people.
Right.
Pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Talking about the fundamental.
Right.
Before we realize that we can really create.
Right.
Right. It wouldn't take long.
No. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Yeah.
And I think, this won't take long than the other. If you know what I mean, it's really potent. If we can just connect it, it will just take itself. Take care of itself.
Yeah.
Which is experientially what I'm experiencing in terms of having touched on that. So,
No, thank you very much, Maki. It's always a pleasure having you. Today you spoke a little bit more than usual. I'm glad because you're just a very good listener.
Yeah.
Something I have to work on. I think I'm a good listener, but with this, sometimes it's too much passion that you end up talking or sharing.
Correct.
But I really appreciate what you're doing, what you're attempting to do that side.
Thank you.
That's how it should be. I think it's much more important than anything you will ever do.
Right.
So whatever you do, whatever you start, just let me know.
Thank you.
Maybe I will face the same difficulties later on when I have to want to organize this whole thing. And, and by all means, it must not be the old, as in creating different, creating structures that become solid.
Right.
Where people are affiliated.
Right.
That gives some sort of security, whether it's some sort of power or whatever. This thing is extremely dangerous.
Right.
That's one thing I recall.
You've reckoned, yeah. And I can agree with that. If you look at what we are experiencing everywhere,